Yes, my peoples. Welcome back to Chaplain TV. Today, we are talking about support systems. Do you have a support system? Who is in your support system? The big question for this week is, how do I improve my support system? How do I improve my support system? If you haven't come across the word support system, a support system simply means this. The definition of a support system, according to HighlandsPringsClinic.org, is a network of people that provide you with practical or emotional support. These support systems will help you improve your overall health, whether spiritual, emotional, or physical, and according to HighlandsPringsClinic.org, have been shown to reduce stress and anxiety. So, what is a support system? As the definition says, a network of people. So a group, if you think a group of people that are connected to you in some way. So I think by default, we kind of already have a support system, right? If you come to school as a student, your support system is the staff members at your school, okay? So think teachers, TAs, supervisors, whether at lunchtimes, breaks, maintenance teams, okay? Office staff. These are all part of your school support system. You may not have chosen them, but they are what is available to you because you are a student at school. Now, if you play for a sports team, that might change slightly, okay? So you might have a coach, you might have a manager, you might have a welfare officer, you might have somebody who's in charge of safeguarding. You will have a bunch of people that are around and in your club that help support you as a player. As a Christian, I go to church every single week, and part of my support system is the church community. So you have your pastors, lead pastors, and then you have a breakdown where you have pastors that oversee other areas, a little bit like a business, all right? So you have like a worship pastor, student pastor, youth pastor, and they help support the different areas of the church. So all of these people are part of a network. But the question is, now we know what a support system is, do we really need one? And I would suggest the answer is yes. I think every single human being needs a support system. And here's why. Okay, if you think back to the video I did before, talking about advice, Bible, Proverbs 20:18, where it says, get good advice and you will succeed. Don't go charging into battle without a plan. Now, if you don't have a good support system, there's no place for you to get good advice. And if you have to have a plan, part of having a plan is actually having people that you can refer to for an extra opinion, or people that you may be able to go to for extra help. So having a network and a support system is super important. No one single person can survive in this life on their own. So my question to you is, who is a part of your support system? Much like we talked about last week, who is it that you go to for advice? Who is it that is a part of your network that helps you be successful at school as a student, at home? Who is it in your life that is helpful to you as part of the network of people that support you emotionally and practically? And if you feel like you don't have a support system, well, here's what I would suggest is a great way to help you find one. Because the big question is about how to improve a support system, but you can't improve one if you don't have one. My suggestion to you is this: look around you. Even here at school, there are people to support you. So for you, it may be that you go to somebody in pastoral that you can have a chat with, or somebody that would sit and listen to you about what you are dealing with or struggling with. It may be that you're able to go to one of your teachers if you're struggling. It may be that you're able to go to one of your teachers if you're struggling. I can't say specific. I'm struggling. Beep, take two. It may be for you that you as a student may be struggling in a specific subject, and so you can go to that subject teacher to get help with work or homework or just a topic that you might be really struggling to get down as a concept. It's really important when trying to find a support system, okay, that you really pay attention to your environment. Okay, who are the people that are the constant? And by that, again, I mean the people that are always around, because these are usually the people that are going to be helpful for you when thinking about who is part of your support system. I think the important thing to remember is at any point in time, these people can offer you support, but they can't give you everything, which is the point of having a support system, having a network, because different people can offer you different things at different times. And that's important to know, because no one person can be all things at all times to every single person. So even your mum and your dad or your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your coaches, whoever, they can't be everything to you. Okay, they can't always understand where you are coming from. They can't always share in your experiences. And so this is why you build a network of people, because all of these people can offer you different senses of expertise. They can listen to you and empathize and sympathize with you on different things and in different scenarios. And they all become important as part of a team because they all offer something different. Interestingly, when we think about the verse of the week for this week, it comes from Ecclesiastes, which is in the Bible, one of the books of wisdom. And Ecclesiastes 4, verse 9 and 10 says this: two are better off than one, because together they can work more effectively. And if one of them falls down, the other can help him up. And that's from Ecclesiastes 4, verse 9 and 10. Okay? And that's so important. If one of them falls down, the other can help them up. Even me making these videos, sometimes it's just me. And then sometimes I have my chaplain partner in crime. And we come to you guys together to share and to discuss and to talk. And that's somebody else that can help me, and I can help too when we are creating these videos, creating this content to help you guys. So we all form a part of a team and a support network. Do you see what I'm saying? And if you're really struggling, here are some important traits I think you should look for in people that could be helpful to you as people that could be a part of your support system. So here is number one. I think the first thing you want to look for in somebody to be a part of your support system, or somebody that can be a part of your support network, is to find people that are kind and compassionate. What do I mean by that? By kind, I mean that they take their time with you. Overall, kind and compassionate just means people that really have a sense of care for you. And these people are wonderful, wonderful people to have as part of a support network. So, number two, knowledgeable and useful. Now, this is probably where you might find that in somebody older than you specifically, okay? Kind and compassionate, you can find that in friends and cousins, family, of course, because they love you, they care about you. But knowledgeable and useful, this is where you might even be looking for somebody that's like a mentor. So teachers are a great example of this, okay? They are knowledgeable and useful in terms of they are knowledgeable about the subject that they're teaching you, and also useful because they have the resources that you need for your class, for your extracurricular, okay? You can always go to them, and even if it's you need a new book or you need to know how to work through this textbook question, they are the people that are going to know. So when we talk about adding people to your support system, having knowledgeable people is so important because they can help expand your mind. They can also help give you the knowledge that you need to progress, but also useful people in terms of the people that have resources. And by resources, I mean things that are going to help you physically progress as well. And last but not least, it's always good to have people that are wise and patient. Now, wisdom and knowledge are two different things. And when I say two different things, I really mean two different things. Why? Because I can know what a pen is, okay? And that is knowledge. But if I don't know how to use a pen, that means I am lacking wisdom. Often what you will find is wise people are the kind of people that you can go to for advice and ask questions, and they'll be able to guide you, sometimes to an answer you can find yourself, or guide you to an answer that you may not have been able to think about by yourself. Again, usually people that are a bit ahead of you, okay, because they usually have the experience, they sort of been through it, lived it, seen what you've seen, okay? If you don't feel like you've got any of these people in your life, I tell you what, here's one thing to do. Start asking questions, okay? Asking questions of people, okay? When you go to people to ask questions, usually it will help them think about what you're asking them. And generally, most people that care about you are looking out for you, are part of your support system, whether you've chosen them or not, will go away and think about an answer and a way to help you. So if you don't feel like you have any of these people already, start asking questions. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to be afraid of. We all got questions, you know what I'm saying? And we can all do with an answer from time to time. And as a Christian, I would implore you or encourage you to consider that there is a God who really looks out for you and loves you and cares about you. And this is why in John 3:16 it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, so that whoever should believe in him shall not perish, but have eternal life." God gave his only son so that he could have a relationship with you, okay? Not so he could just tell you what to do and make you feel bad when we commit sins or do things that he doesn't agree with. No, so that he could be a father to us. And so as a Christian, part of my support system ultimately is God. And I would encourage you to consider, especially if you feel you have no one, that if you have Jesus, if you have God, you have someone at the very least. So I would just love for you guys to think about that. Who's a part of your support system? It might help to write it down. Cool. Until next time, my people, take care, stay blessed, and don't stress. And I'll see you on the next one. Ciao. I'm struggling. Beep. Take two.